Chapter 5. Adrian is your brother-in-law. Now back then, everyone knew about Adrian and Ava. Now he was together with his ex-girlfriend's sister. Mr. Quinn found it absurd, but the eldest miss liked him, and Mr. and Mrs. Hart doted on the eldest miss. Whatever she wanted, they gave. They never said a second word against it. Besides, Adrian was young and accomplished. In New Harbor, no one his age could compare, except perhaps the Reed family's heir, who could only barely stand alongside him. So Adrian is coming for dinner? Has he arrived? Is my sister working at the group now? Is she off yet? Ava asked. They just got here. Mr. Quinn sighed inwardly. The younger miss had always been kind, learning her sister was with her ex. She wasn't upset. She even asked after her sister. What a good child, yet the gentleman and lady of the house were so unfair to her. It's been ages since I saw Adrian and my sister. Come on, let me say hi. Mr. Quinn could only shake his head and hurry his steps. Ava had barely reached the foyer when laughter drifted from the living room. A hint of numbness flashed in her eyes. She changed her shoes and walked in smiling. Dad, Mom. The laughter cut off at her entrance. Grace was the first to turn. The flicker of panic in her eyes didn't escape Ava. Ava's lips curved, so she had that much effect on Grace. Her gaze slid to Adrian beside Grace. The two sat neither too close nor too far, and Grace made no intimate moves. That suited Grace's nature, unlike Ava. When she and Adrian dated, no matter where they went, she was always hanging on him. Sis, Adrian, long time no see. Ava smiled sweetly and took the far right seat, closer to Adrian. Monica Mann frowned. When did you come back? Why didn't you call? 2 days ago. I've had things to do, so I didn't come home. I just finished today, Ava said, dimples bright. Philip Hart snorted. Your temper's gotten wilder overseas. You come back to the country, but not the house. Always running with riffraff. If you had half your sister's sense, I wouldn't have to worry about you. Ava's fingers curled by her side, then her smile only widened. With a gentle, understanding air, she said, Don't worry about me, Dad. I hear my sister's getting engaged soon. Save your concern for her. If the engagement fell through, who knew how heartbroken Big Sis would be? Enough to break their parents' hearts, too. Your sister is measured in everything. We don't need to worry about her. You, however... Monica's brows pulled tight. Now that you're back, you can't keep acting up like you did abroad. I'll introduce you to a well-matched young man. Marry and settle down. Don't date those messy boyfriends like before. Ava rolled her eyes inwardly. What about her boyfriends? Broad shoulders, narrow waists, long legs, honeyed mouths, and money to burn. Their only flaw, too clingy. Okay, Mom, please introduce someone as young and accomplished and as handsome as Adrian, she said with a helpless shrug. What can I say? I'm a face girl. If he's ugly, I'll throw up. Silence fell like a curtain. Grace glanced at Adrian by reflex. Seeing no reaction on his face, she exhaled. She had been the one at his side these years. He'd said she would be his future wife. Besides, with his proud, self-respecting nature after his legs were injured and the doctor said he might never stand again, and Ava abandoned him without hesitation. He couldn't possibly love Ava again. Ava, Adrian is your brother-in-law now. Watch your mouth, Philip barked. Ava looked at him innocently. Dad, what did I say? I only told Mom I want an excellent husband. What's wrong with that? Or do you want me to marry someone ugly and useless? Philip flushed bright red. The younger daughter's tongue had been razor-sharp since childhood. A few words could make a person die of anger. Monica patted his back to calm him. She just got back. Don't tangle with her. At the same time, she shot her daughter a warning look. Can we eat? I'm starving, Ava said, ignoring her mother's eyes as she smoothed her skirt and stood. I'm hungry, so I'll start. She walked over to Mr. Quinn and asked what he'd cooked. Seeing her return immediately produced conflict with the master and mistress. Mr. Quinn ached for her and hesitated to answer. Today's dishes were all things the eldest miss and Mr. Pierce liked. Don't underestimate me, Mr. Quinn. After a few years abroad, I'm not picky anymore, Ava said, just sitting when her parents, Grace and Adrian, came over. She sat squarely in the middle, waiting for them to take their seats. Her mother signaled for her to change places. Ava didn't need to ask why. She'd often sat there in the past. When Adrian came to dinner, he always took the seat to her left. That seat belonged to Grace now, presumably. So what? Even if something of hers was temporarily taken, it would eventually return to her. Seeing Philip about to erupt, Grace stepped in. "Dad, I can sit anywhere." She sat opposite Ava. Adrian sat to her left. "Did your schooling go to the dogs?" "No respect for elders," Philip said darkly. "What's wrong, Dad? I go abroad a few years and now I can't even eat at home?" Ava smiled, as if she hadn't heard what he meant. Suddenly, a frigid glare knifed over. When Ava's foot touched his calf, Adrian's face cooled. But with the Harts present, he had to mind himself. He drew his leg back to open space. The more he dodged, the more she pressed. Her cool toes hooked past the cuff of his trousers and slid in. Adrian's lips thinned, a vein jumped at his temple. The culprit, Ava, only smiled as she accepted the soup Mr. Quinn handed over and sipped in tiny mouthfuls. "Adrian, what's wrong?" Seeing his face pale, Grace grew worried. After all, Ava had abandoned him. It was normal to feel unwell seeing her. "It's nothing, just a little low blood sugar. Food will fix it," he answered gently. Clatter. Grace dropped her chopsticks and bent to pick them up. Adrian tried to lean back, away from Ava, but her foot had already reached his knee. He moved to steady Grace, but he was a beat too late.